Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever had a great project idea, but when it comes to explain it through slides, you got stuck? You open PowerPoint and suddenly what should be a powerful story turns into hours of prison with structure, writing, formatting, design decisions, and in the end, it still doesn't feel right. You're not alone. This is a challenge for founders, sales teams, marketers, and anyone who needs to communicate ideas quickly and clearly. And that's where exactly why we built Genie. Genie is your AI-powered presentation assistant. It takes your ideas, just a few lines about your product, your audience, and the problem you solve, and turns it into fully structured and beautifully written presentations. No templates, no manual formatting, no designer needed, just clear slides, clean layouts, and persuasive messaging generated in seconds. Whether you are a startup, a sales representative, or a marketer, Genie helps you move fast and communicate with impact. And in this video, we are not just talking about the product. We are actually going to walk you through it step by step. You'll see how easy it is to go from idea to prompt to ready presentation deck all within minutes. So let's dive in and show you what Genie can really do. Now over to Tejas.
Thank you, Vishnu. Alright, so here we are on the Genie homepage. This is where everything begins. From here, users can either start completely from scratch or select from common deck types like we have investor pitch that is focused, persuasive and high stakes. We have executive that is sharp, summary driven and no fluff. We have technical that is detailed, precise and system focused. We have startup pitch that is bold, energetic and visionary. We have conversational that is simple, friendly and informal. Finally, we have professional that is clean, balanced and business ready. Each one is optimized for different use cases. So, you don't have to figure out the structure or what to include. For today's demo, we are going to generate an investor pitch deck for Genie itself. So yes, this is going to be very meta. All we do is describe the idea in plain language. No technical writing, no need to overthink. Here is the prompt we'll be using. So we are just being a little specific about the prompt and we are asking it to generate a deck of 8 slides with so and so headings. Once we hit generate, Genie walks us through 2 quick steps. In the first step, we select a theme that fits our brand style. So we have several different themes. So let us go with the green theme. Then we review the slide outline so we know exactly what the deck will include. And now we let the Genie do the rest. Over to Mahant.
Thank you, Tejas. Genie gives you the power like writer, where you give the prompt, designer, where you choose the theme, and strategist, where you rearrange the slide according to your requirements. Let's get into the slides. First slide gives the information about the problem statement. Solution slide gives the information about the Genie, which creates the well-structured slides. How Genie works. User gives the prompt, it creates a customized well-structured presentation, and these can be customized and it can be downloaded in the form of PPT and PDF. Why you should choose Genie? Because Genie is smart, fast and it is tuned for the modern communication. Marketing opportunities provide the information about the company valuation in the current marketing field. Vision and Ask gives the information about the future growth plans and funding opportunities. Monetization gives the information about the premium models based on the usage and AI credits. Future Scope gives the information about the features which help for the growth of the company. And AI is redefining the task of the productivity stack, and we are trying to solve one of the critical layer, which is generation of presentations. Genie gives the well-structured and well-polished decks. Next, my teammate Amit will continue.
Thanks, Mahan. Now let's say your deck is ready, generated in seconds, just like we showed you. What happens next? This is where Genie becomes more powerful because it's all about personalization, which we made it very easy. Now let's say you need to make changes in messaging. Just a single click and it is done. You want to reorder these slides? Just drag and drop the slides. Maybe you need to change the looks of the presentation. You can switch between the professional themes, which is displayed here. And not only this, you can also make changes in slide contents and also upload images of your own, but just by single click. Now, what makes Genie even better? You no need to write an idea in Notion, no need to generate content in ChatGPT, or no need to design slides in Figma, and finally format it in PowerPoint. You get clear, logical and complete structure of deck, professionally written messages, clean and aesthetic design, super fast editing and formatting. It's made for the people who really care about pitching their products rather than wasting time formatting and building presentations. Over to Keertana.
Thank you, Amit. Once your deck is ready, exporting is seamless. Talking about how Genie brings value not just to users but to the business, we are following a tier SaaS model that's easy to understand and ready to scale. The free tier helps users explore the platform with limited deck generation. The pro tier is perfect for the individual professionals who frequently need ready-to-share decks. The business tier supports larger organizations where people want to create their decks in huge amounts. For payments, we are starting with UPI support, making the onboarding and checkout process smooth and easy. Genie is already transforming how decks are created by generating professional decks in minutes. But we are not stopping there. Our next step is to integrate cloud storage so users can securely save, manage and revisit their generated decks anytime from anywhere. This unlocks better continuity and scalability, bringing even more speed and structure to the deck creation process. So if you ever spent hours formatting slides or struggle to get your message across, here we have it for you. Because from chaos to clarity, that's what Genie delivers. Try it today in the link provided to then generate your next deck in under a minute. Thank you.